Hello and welcome. Today we'll talk about IPsec and IPsec endpoints. To start, an IPsec endpoint is the remote device that you will negotiate an IPsec tunnel from your VNS3 controller instance to. These are typically extranet devices like a Cisco ASA, Juniper NetScreen, Palo Alto, and so on. The number of endpoints in your license determines the number of remote devices you can connect to with your VNS3 instance. You can allow certain traffic to pass between your extranet devices based on your tunnel definitions. Next, what is an IPsec tunnel? Tunnels are the actual remote to local subnet definitions that you can configure for your IPsec endpoints. For example, a tunnel definition would be associated with an IPsec endpoint and would allow some local subnet, like your overlay or unencrypted VPC VLAN, to connect to a remote subnet, such as your data center subnet, a partner network, or a customer subnet. Next, putting it all together, this diagram shows an overlay network or a network over the top of your cloud network. Blue icons are VNS3 controllers. VNS3 controllers enable your IPsec configuration. Red-orange line are your IPsec tunnels in AWS, connected to AWS. And the two data centers are your IPsec endpoints. Looking at a larger diagram, you can see here that the data center in Seattle can connect to both the VNS3 controller public IP address, the 66.150.98.248, or the overlay IP in the AWS cloud, the 172 IP range. So let's look at this in real life. On your VNS3 controller, from the status page, under Connections, click IPsec. So we've set up half of an IPsec connection to another VNS3 controller. So here's the other half. Just go ahead and set up the other half. We'll start by naming our remote endpoint. This is VNS3A. Put in the IP address of VNS3A. The other one is NAT enabled, so we'll click NAT. We'll enter our pre-shared key. And because it's NAT, we'll need to also add the remote endpoint peer ID, also called the IKE peer ID. This is found right here at the top. Enter. If you need extra configuration parameters, you can enter them here. Leave it blank to auto-configure. And next, we'll create our IPsec tunnel. Click New Tunnel. We'll start with the local. And then the remote, handily right here. And we'll name our tunnel. If you need an IP address for an external ping and a ping interval, enter them here. Click Create. You can click Refresh and it will change from not connected to a green connected. And from the status page, if you scroll down, you can see local IPsec tunnels, and it's green for connected.